Voice of Change News.
This is Voice of Change Radio News. I'm Amanda Kumalo. A quick look at stories making the headlines. President vows to grow small mining sector. In business news, thousands benefit from Mnangagwa's 7 and 8 spin-offs. In regional news, Zimbabwe-Palestine Solidarity Council calls for end to Palestinian persecution. In sports, industry players allowed Econet Victoria Falls Marathon for boosting tourism growth. Now the news in detail. Small-scale miners are at the center of economic development in the country, and government will do everything possible to support them and improve their operating environment, President Mnangagwa has said. In the quest to attain a $12 billion mining industry, the president said all the bottlenecks that include legislative gaps that impede the work of small-scale miners would be addressed as the country moves towards modernization and industrialization using various instruments. The head of state and government said this yesterday during an interface with small to medium-scale miners under the banner Miners for Economic Development, Miners for ED in Gweru. The event also drew a huge crowd of ZANU-PF supporters who came to show their support for the various economic measures being spearheaded by the government, including in the mining sector. Moving on to business news. The $1.5 billion Mnangagwa Thermal Power Station Unit 7 and 8 expansion project in Matabele North Province has generated immense economic and social spin-offs amid reports that 50,000 people and international entities have directly benefited from the massive project through employment and provision of various supplies. The project has proved to be a critical economic enabler beyond increased power generation, as it has boosted several projects that feed into the ongoing construction works. On the economic front, it has had a massive downstream impact on suppliers of key materials such as coal production and supply, cement and limestone production and quarry, as well as transport and logistics providers, led by the National Railways of Zimbabwe (NRZ). The project's positive impact dovetails with the Second Republic's drive to transform Zimbabwe into an upper-middle-income economy by 2030. In news beyond our borders, the Zimbabwe-Palestine Solidarity Council (ZPSC) has called for an immediate end of the Palestinian persecution by Israel as Israeli forces continue to wreak havoc in the state of Palestine. This follows Israel and its settler militias' continued burning of Palestinian villages, terrorizing the entire communities, displacing their families, stealing their land, and killing Palestinian children under the watch and protection of Israeli soldiers. ZPSC National Chairperson Comrade Kwanisai Mafa said they were deeply concerned by the continued persecution of the Palestinian people by the Israeli forces. And finally, in sports news, the Econet Victoria Falls Marathon, one of the country's premier sporting events, is playing a key role in the growth of the Zimbabwe's tourism sector, industry players have said. The tourism industry has been a key driver of Zimbabwe's economic growth in recent years, with the government aiming to attract 5 million visitors to the country by 2025. And the Econet Victoria Falls Marathon is seen as an important component of this strategy by drawing international visitors from around the world and showcasing the country's natural and cultural attractions. The marathon, which takes place annually in the resort town of Victoria Falls, attracts thousands of local, regional and international runners and spectators from around the world, providing a significant boost to the local economy economy. Tourism Business Council President Wengai Nau said the iconic Victoria Falls Marathon has become one of the key drivers of tourism in the region, contributing to the growth of the hospitality industry and other related sectors. That brings us to the end of this bulletin.
Voice of Change News. Mashonaland West Province calls itself much best, the best province in the country, and one of the best success stories of much best by a country mile is the Chinhoyi University of Technology CAT, which has taken the government's program of Education 5.0 to dazzling heights.
With the introduction of the innovation hubs, which are in line with the 5 core tenets of the Education 5.0, namely teaching, research, community service, innovation, and industrialization, the Chinhoyi University of Technology has been proactive in pioneering development by harnessing science and research.
The university is manufacturing the best vitamin mineral block lake for animals, both domestic and game. Farmers see a significant change in their animals within 2 weeks of feeding.
The product has taken the market by storm. Farmers have gone as far as using the blocks for horses and game animals, and the animals are responding well.
Welcome to the Chinhoyi University of Technology Feed Factory. This is an output of our government support in pursuit of the Education 5.0 mantra that we are pursuing. Currently, we are producing commercialized blocks which are meant to support ruminant animals, the beef animals, the dairy animals, the sheep and goats.
The Chinhoyi University of Technology's Block Lake Press Factory now produces 4 products, and all of them have been registered properly by the Ministry of Agriculture. The products are available in all the country's 10 provinces, and they are now hoping to start exporting them soon.
Surely the Chinhoyi University of Technology is a force to reckon with, as it is contributing toward the government's program of Vision 2030. Nyika inova kwa neve nevayo.